Guys, welcome back to DIY Willy. Today we got the Silverado. It's time to do the brakes, the rear brakes. Now I picked up some parts here from our local parts house. I got the new springs and hardware, I got the new shoes, and of course the new drums. This side I've already got off. As you can see, it's pretty worn on the shoe. This side's all right, but this side is gone. So we're gonna change the shoes and put on new drums and reset everything. And it's not a hard process. It's hard to deal with these springs. They get pretty tight, but the whole job is pretty simple. So I haven't taken the drum off the other side. We'll go ahead and mount the camera up over there, and we'll take the drum off on the other side. All right, we've got it all cleaned up now, and gonna go ahead and start disassembling it. I like to take the springs off first, and we can remove these little lock nuts or whatever you want to call these that get the shoes off. So a good tool to use is a small pair of vice grips. To get in there, you can use pliers. If you want to use something you can get some leverage on, there are some tools that are made to help you. I don't have those tools. There's tools to help release these also, but honestly pliers can do it just as well, just like that. You just push in, you hold the back side and push in and just give it a turn. It'll pop right off. So I'm gonna get this done. All right, so we've got all the locks released, the springs off except the bottom one, and we can just pull it off like this. Now this lever here is for the emergency brake, and it's attached to the shoe. It's got a little clip on the backside. We'll be removing that later. But now you can take the spring off the bottom and separate the shoes just like that. Now for this little clip, you can take and kind of separate it. Just open it up. Now that we've got it all cleaned up, it's ready for installs. We still need, however, to clean up this piece, this adjuster piece you're still going to use. And it's a good idea to clean the threads up and lubricate it and just have it ready to go. I'll do that in a minute. That's the only part that we're going to reuse. The springs and everything are all new. Let's take a look at the new parts. So we'll save that for a minute. These drums, look good. How they come. Now they'll have a protective oil coating on them to keep them from rusting. So we'll go ahead and remove that before we install them. Yeah, they look good. Brakes are not my favorite thing to do, but it's got to be done, and it was time for the truck to do it. I'd much rather be putting a supercharger or turbochargers on the truck. Yep. The other one, they look good. It's a drum, right? Now the shoes. We don't need a knife for the shoes. There we go. They look all right, nicely wrapped up. And of course, the hardware kit. Now this is what I'm saying. It comes with the various springs, the retainers. It's got the little plugs for the back so we can change out the plugs. Yeah, there's three. There's three per side. It's double of everything for each side. Now I only take apart one side at a time, so I always have the other side as reference when going back together, because you never know what gets in your way or how much you remember, or you might forget. You never know. So you can always take pictures. That kind of gives you an idea. But I have the other side still completely installed, so I haven't taken it apart yet, and it'll be my reference point for when I put all this back together. So the parts look good. We've got a little bit of grease here. This is brake lubricant. I'll show you where that goes when we go to put the parts together. I'm doing the brake job just before it goes into the shop. It's going into the body shop to get this repair work done. It's got to get a whole new bedside, new bumper, and some brackets, some miscellaneous parts. But yeah, it took a pretty hard hit right here. I'll put a picture of the accident up here somewhere in the top. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. But it's gonna get taken care of now and get all repainted. Pretty much repaint the whole back of the truck, new bed liner, and on this part. And yeah, I would like to be able to do a little vlog on this, on the repair of this. But if I can't get into the shop to take the pictures, oh well. It would be nice if I could take pictures of the progress. But I just wanted to show I'm doing the brakes just before it goes into the body shop. Wow. Okay, I want to grab the new shoes. Yes, I'm working on the 224 again. I put the wrong keepers on the head, so I got to change the keepers. But that's not part of this video. I'm going to grab the shoes and I'm going to find the hardware kit. Then we're going to start the install of the new shoes and the new hardware. All right, so we're going to start to reassemble the shoes. I like to put a little bit of the grease right here. This is a pivot point. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of grease there. Keep it from rusting and makes everything just work that much better. It just slips in. It's got a little pin. Just slips in the hole like that. And then the hard part is putting a washer and a little clip on there. I hate doing this part, but it's one of those parts, you know, that's got to be done. All right, you've got 6 little areas here that you need to put grease on, all 3 spots. You can use different greases, lithium or copper greases or whatever. I'm just going to use some of this. I've got this here. I'm just going to use some of this grease. Just kind of put it on liberally. This is where the pads are going to rest and they'll actually move on these areas. You just want to put some there. Now I've got the grease on, I've got the pad, the emergency brake assembled. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of it together. I'll try to do it on time lapse if I can. It's always good to set the bottom spring, which is the smaller spring like this, with the pads off. Just hook the 2 together and like that. Just hook the 2 together and then install it. It makes it so much easier. All right, let's get this done. Next, for the top spring, you've got a straight piece and kind of like this. This will go towards the front of the vehicle, so it wraps around the shoe, and this one will lock on the back shoe. They're a little bit of trouble to get in. If you have those special spring tools, it really helps out. But I'm just going to use good old vice grips. I'll lock on the spring and then pull it over. Okay. Now at this point, you've got the long notch here. This goes on the forward shoe, and you got the long notch on this side. It goes on the after shoe. Now there's an adjuster here that's going to go on too, and it'll ratchet the adjuster like so as you step on the brake. Now our last spring is a shorter one like this, and it's going to go on, and it's going to go right here to right there. This is for the adjuster. All right, so there we go. The brake shoes are on. They're locked into position. I just need to clean them up with some brake cleaner, and I'll get the new drum out. We'll clean the new drum up as well, and we can put it on. Now, the new drums have a coating on them to keep them from rusting. You just got to clean that coating off, really off the inside. Now it helps if you have a fiber-free rag. I don't. I just have the shop towels, and they will leave a little bit of lint if you're not careful, but honestly, it's not going to hurt it. Just make sure it's nice and clean. Yeah, see, it's dirty. And then we can put it on. Okay, that fiber, that's why I want a fiber-free towel. And then we can just stick them on the wheel like that. We're good to go. All right. A second ago, I didn't realize I put the top spring over here instead of on the adjuster, and when I put the drum on, the adjuster fell out. So I've corrected it now. We'll put the drum back on. There we go. Just like new. Let's get the other side. Like the other side, it's all reassembled. All the new parts, the new springs. Everything looks good. This time I got the spring in the right place. Anyway, yeah, everything looks really good. And should work as it should. I'll just clean the shoes like we did before, and I'll clean the drum, and we'll put it on. And we'll get this vehicle back on the ground and take it for a test drive and see how well we did. See if it'll stop, right? That's the whole point of this, is make sure it stops. So looking at what's left of the hardware kit, there's all these little rubber plugs, I guess you would call them. Rubber plugs. There's 6 of them, three per each side. And I didn't use them. My truck is still fairly new, has low miles, and the plugs are really good shape, so I still have them. So these plugs, see if we can show you where they go. These plugs go right here, and again over here on the other side. Right there on the other side. So those are inspection plugs. You can take those off to inspect how much pad is left, or yeah, how much pad is left on the shoe. It also has inspection plug to where you can get to the adjuster if you need to adjust them. And mine are still in good shape, so I didn't use them. So we'll just put them back. We'll use them another day maybe, or I don't know, maybe we'll find another use for them. Okay, let me get the wheels back on and get it on the ground. There you go, guys. Wheels are back on, truck's on the ground, and we're ready to go. I'll take it for a test drive here pretty soon, check the brakes, see how they feel, try to reset them. You know, they self-adjust. And yeah, that video's done. I've been needing to do that, especially before I take the truck to the shop. And yeah, well, it was an easy job. So I hope you guys get something from the video. I enjoyed doing it. I love putting content out, and making good content for everybody, and thanks for watching. You know, please subscribe if you haven't already, and well, I'll catch you next time. All right, bye.